Making noise.
No other 460.
Thank you. Shit, am I gonna be on TV? That tight enough, bud?
Yes, sir. That's good.
That's Stained with Tangled Up in You on Corey Eliason's High Roller playlist here tonight at the King Speedway. We're coming to the green flag in TJ Ford's heat race number 1. Side-by-side start on the front row as Justin Sanders gets the advantage in turn number 1 over Bud Kading. Kading makes his way around the outside of Corey Day, who got the car sideways. Now Kading looking for the race lead in turn number 3. Bud Kading off the bottom takes the lead and leads lap number 1. Yellow flag, though. We got one stopped. It is Dylan Bloomfield in turn 2. So Bud Sanders and Kading from the front row. 8 laps, top 5. underway. Sanders going to go to the bottom this time into turn number 1. Kading sees the outside open, gets a run on him down the back straightaway. Sanders cuts him off down the back stretch as DJ Netto gets by number 8 car of Corey Eliason. Now keep an eye on Eliason. If he cannot stay inside the top 5, then he will not be in the dash. It would be your top 2 finishers as Corey Day makes his way by Bud Kading off of turn number 2. Kading now back to 3rd, Day to the top spot, but Corey Day's got to win this heat race if he wants to be in tonight's dash. Corey Day looking to track down the number 2 car. Justin Sanders looks inside in turn number 1. Sanders knows he's there, but pulls away down the back straightaway. Kading runs in 3rd. 4th is Netto. 5th is Corey Eliason as Chris Wyndham battles Dominic Scelzi for the 6th position. Cars getting strung out single file here in TJ Ford's heat race number 1. Corey Day is stepping it up to the high scary side in turns 1 and 2, trying to find some speed up there, and it looks like it might be working for him as Sanders is keeping the MidtreeConstruction.com number 2X on the bottom. As I say that, he goes up to the top. Corey Day tries to slide it. They nearly got together. Close call right there as Day tried to put a slider on him for the race lead in a dash position. This time by 3 laps to go for Justin Sanders, who is feeling the pressure. He's under duress right now from the 14 car of Corey Day. Bud Kading not close enough to be in on the action for this battle for the race lead. Justin Sanders, this time by 2 laps to go. Corey Day 5 car lengths behind. Now Sanders goes up to the outside of the racetrack and pulls away slightly from the Myers Constructors number 14 car. Here comes the white flag. If Day wants it, he's going to have to come and get it here on the final lap. Kading, Netto, and Eliason, no change inside the top 5. Back straightaway for the final time. And Justin Sanders is going to go to the pole shootout here tonight. He wins TJ Ford's heat race number 1. Corey Day 2nd, Bud Kading 3rd, DJ Netto 4th, and Corey Eliason in 5th. So the NARC point leader holds off the defending NARC champion for the win. Justin Sanders gets it done. He will go to the pole shootout. Corey Day 2nd, Bud Kading 3rd, DJ Netto 4th, and 5th. Also going to the shootout is the number 8 of Corey Eliason. That is Young Gravy with Mr. Clean on Corey Eliason's High Roller playlist. We'll see him later on in tonight's pole shootout. We're coming to the green flag in DMI Racing Components heat race number 2. It's James McFadden and Jamie Veal, the Australians, from the front row here at the Peter Murphy Classic. So we're coming to the green. McFadden cuts off Veal at the end of the front straightaway to have the race lead. Veal tries to roll the bottom and not able. Oh, car off the track in turn 2, and he's going to spin around the 17 of Caleb Henry. And like Luke Bryan, he is kicking the dust up over there off the 2nd corner. And he's still doing donuts out there. Now gets the car going back the right direction. Keeps the car fired, and will rejoin at the tail end of the field there. See if he can hold off Jamie Veal once again on the start as we're back underway. McFadden to turn number 1 with the race lead. Jamie Veal feeling some heat. Oh, whoa, my goodness, right behind them. Spencer Baston threading the needle between the outside of the racetrack and Jesse Adar to move into the top 5. So Spencer Baston up to the last transfer spot. That was a close call for Baston. Nearly caught the right rear tire of Jesse Adar and sent him off the racetrack, but he was able to keep that car under power and on the ground. But he's feeling the heat from the number 88A of Joey Ancona. Here comes Tyler Courtney underneath of Casey Kane. Sunshine is now into the 3rd spot. Tyler Courtney, remember, all he has to do is finish inside the top 5 and he will go to the pole shootout. Meanwhile, Joey Ancona trying to put it in the show here as he looks underneath of Spencer Baston for that 5th position. The youngster out of Clayton, California, trying to get by one of our high rollers for a position in tonight's main event. Pulls up next to him off of turn number 2. Joey Ancona to the right rear of Spencer Baston. Baston feeling the heat, goes to the bottom, trying to protect, slips up off the inside of the racetrack and allows Ancona right back to the rear bumper. Tyler Courtney catching up to Jamie Veal for 2nd. But Joey Ancona is the one we want to pay attention to here with the number 5 of Spencer Baston. Ancona, not a ton of 410 sprint car starts under his belt, but looks pretty solid right now as he picks up the left front tire on the infield berm right there. Can't get by Baston despite yet. 2 laps to go for James McFadden. McFadden with a pretty sizable advantage. The last time by was a 2.3 second lead for car number 83. 2nd and 3rd is Jamie Veal and Tyler Courtney. White flag, 1 to go. KCK fourth. Joey Ancona makes the move on Spencer Basin for the final transfer spot. Basin back underneath him down the front straightaway. Joey Ancona sent an absolute flyer on him down there in 3 and 4. As the checker comes out, McFadden gets the win. Second goes to Veal, third goes to Courtney, fourth to Kane, and fifth goes to Spencer Basin. Basin just hit the wall in the front straightaway. Basin just did a wheelie down the front straightaway, hit the wall, was able to come across the line in fifth. McFadden gets the win. He's going to the pole shootout. Jamie Veal in second. Third goes to Tyler Courtney. He's also going to the shootout. Fourth was the 9 of Casey Kane, and fifth goes to Spencer Basin. Those 5.
I also don't want to be identified, but yeah, today they brought over 4 bags easily. The tonnage, gross tonnage, I think is like 40 pounds of grapes. So, I mean, we're going to be pretty set on grapes for a little while, I think. Yeah, we're going to be eating those the rest of the West Coast swing as long as they don't spoil us. We're coming back to green this time by Jock Goodyear. What a story that would be if in just his second USA start, first time at this track, puts it in the pole shootout. We've heard so many good things about this kid as we come back to the green flag. 3 wide down the front straightaway as Rico gets into the side of Tanner Thorson. They all keep on going, and Rico's trying to make a move around the outside. 3 wide around the top, and Rico's up into the third spot. Abreu with a daring move to get into that P3 position. Now Justin Cox fighting back on the inside, slides in front of him. Abreu has to get on the brakes right there as Justin Cox takes the third spot away. Justin Cox into the third spot. Now Abreu back around on the outside. Abreu hops over the cushion, gives up one now to Shane Golovic. Golovic goes by for the 4th position. Now Abreu back to 5th, and now under fire potentially from Tanner Thorson. As I say that, Abreu gets back by Golovic off of turn 4. Abreu is really struggling on this side of the racetrack, get that car to turn. Cars hopping and bouncing all over the place. Shane Golovic sees an opening into turn 3, takes the 4th position back away from Rico Abreu. Abreu crosses back under him down the front straightaway. They race hard for that 4th position into turn number 1. Tanner Thorson is going to try and move Rico out of the pole shuffle. Tanner Thorson to the inside down the back straightaway. Thorson has got the 5th spot. Tanner Thorson into the top 5. Abreu back underneath him. Abreu realizes now that he's got to get going, cannot be messing around, or he's not going to be a part of the pole shuffle here tonight. Meanwhile, Jock Goodyear leading over Justin Peck, Justin Cox, Shane Golovic, Tanner Thorson once again nearly got into the side of Rico Abreu off of turn number 4. Thorson's car getting a little bit tight right there in turn 2, losing some ground with the Mesilla Valley Transportation number 24 car. Next time by, white flags in the air, and Justin Peck really not that far behind from your race leader, Jock Goodyear. Goodyear coming around this time by, white flag is in the air, trying to win his first ever American heat race tonight. Goodyear nice and smooth around the bottom side of the racetrack, down the backstretch, putting some distance between himself and the 13 of Justin Peck. Off of turn number 4, how about it, Jock Goodyear? Welcome to America. Wins his first heat race in just his second start. Justin Peck 2nd, Justin Cox 3rd, Shane Golovic and Rico Abreu the top 5. So Jock Goodyear gets the win. Front row, Macedo last night inside the top 5 finishers, had a great run at the Thunderbolt Raceway. I mentioned it right before the heat race lineup. He led a bunch of laps of the feature here last year with the World of Outlaws. Was not able to hang on for that win, but he is certainly a contender here tonight at the King's Speedway. Green flag comes out. Great start on the outside for Landon Brooks, and he's going to shut the door right in Cole Macedo's face into turn number 1. Landon Brooks to the race lead, and the caution is going. Macedo and Garcia to the green flag. This time Macedo gets the advantage into turn number 1 with the race lead. Caden Steele going to slide up the racetrack, and Brad Sweet takes advantage, moved into the 2nd spot. Remember, last night Brad Sweet was in position for the ace in the hole before on the last quarter got passed by Brenham Crouch and lost it by 5/1000ths of a second. He's now once again in position to maybe do it again here tonight. Cole Macedo up ahead of him. Macedo showing the way. Sweet hooks the cushion right there and loses some ground to the Tarleton and Son number 21 car off of turn number 4. Ryan Burnell now into the top 5, getting by Landon Brooks. Ryan Burnell, the Josh Ford Motorsports number 73 car, up to 5th, getting by Landon Brooks. Brent Marks outside of a transfer spot. Now, oh my goodness, Gage Garcia just got into the left front of Brent Marks, moves him up out of the way. Now Sean Becker gets hit by Mariah Eade. All kinds of chaos at the back of the field.
Everybody keeps on going. Brad Sweet now battling Macedo for the race lead. This is a potential pole position start in tonight's shootout for Brad Sweet if he can get by Cole Macedo. Sweet just 3 car lengths behind as they work into turn number 3. Macedo goes to the bottom, leaves the top over for Brad Sweet. He slides up the racetrack. Sweet with a run down the front straightaway. Going to look to the inside, turn 1. Cole Macedo goes to the bottom, blocks any type of maneuver from the Napa Auto Parts number 49 car. Down the back straightaway, nose to tail for the race lead. This time by 2 laps to go. Cole Macedo trying to put it in the dash. 2 to go. Brad Sweet trying to size him up, trying to see where he might be better than that Tarleton and Son number 21 car. Back straightaway into turn 3. White flag is coming. Looks like Macedo might have this one in the bag. Needs to hold on for 1 more lap. Brad Sweet with a run. Goes to the top in turn 1. He knows he's running out of time. To the outside of Cole Macedo. Brad Sweet trying to start on the pole of tonight's pole shootout. 3 and 4 for the final time. Macedo slides up. Brad Sweet to the inside. It's going to be Cole Macedo at the line. Cole Macedo gets the win. He will go to the pole shootout along with the 49 of Brad Sweet, who comes up 1.5 tenths short of the win. Caden Steele in third. Zeb White. That is 90s rap mashup from Austin Williams on Corey Eliason's High Roller playlist as we're coming to the green flag, this time by in the C main. Dylan Bloomfield and Jacob Allen from the front row. Tanner Holmes and Sean Becker, Austin Torgerson, Dominic Gordon, Mariah Ead, and Dawson Faria. Green flag is out on a freshly reworked racetrack. 3 wide at the back of the field. Dawson Faria, Mariah Ead, and Dominic Gordon, they all escape out of there with no issues, and they continue on down the back straightaway. Dylan Bloomfield shows the way. Jacob Allen running in second. He's challenged by Tanner Holmes, who's also challenged by the 02 of Austin Torgerson. Down the front straightaway, they make their way back into turn number 1. Sean Becker underneath of Torgerson, going to take the 4th spot away in turn 2. Move the Shark up to the 4th position in the Bjork Construction number 7B car. Sean Becker, next car in his sights, the 18T of Tanner Holmes. Becker wheels up off the 4th corner right there. Becker going to try and roll the bottom, cannot find a way by Tanner Holmes, who's trying to find his way by the 1A of Jacob Allen. Allen goes low in turn 1. That leaves the high side open for Tanner Holmes. With the run to the outside, he's got the spot down the front straightaway. Tanner Holmes into the last transfer spot. Tanner Holmes getting by Jacob Allen into the last transfer with 5 laps to go. Dylan Bloomfield. That time by a 1.837 second lead over the 18T of Holmes, and now Sean Becker underneath of Jacob Allen throws a short slider on him, moves into the 3rd spot. Jacob Allen fighting back on the inside down the back straightaway. Sean Becker with momentum on the outside maintains the 3rd position. Now Austin Torgerson going to look to the inside of Jacob Allen into turn 1. Clips the left front on the infield berm, but Jacob Allen drives around on the outside, maintains the 4th position. 2 to go for Bloomfield. 3-car battle developing for the 4th spot. Dominic Gordon, Ashton Torgerson, Jacob Allen. Here's the white flag, 1 lap to go for Dylan Bloomfield. Bloomfield last night running 2nd in the feature at Tulare. Got into the wall, got upside down after some contact. Rico Abreu, and now he'll come out for turn number 4, win the C main. Still a lot of work to do, but at least he's in the B. Tanner Holmes 2nd. He will transfer. Sean Becker is 3rd. Ashton Torgerson in 4th, Dominic Gordon 5th, and Jacob Allen in 6th, followed by Dawson Faria and Mariah Ead.
Race there, and also up at Brisbane's Archerfield Speedway, which is also gone as well. So these guys have been both to Australia, so we appreciate it, and looking forward to seeing who's going to take this one.
We'll see what happens. The driver that comes out onto the track has lane choice, and so Corey Eliason chooses the outside. They got to go at that line off of turn number 4, nice and even at the line. Eliason picked up the front wheels right there. Justin Sanders, short slider into the corner, going to pull away from Corey down the back straightaway. Can Justin Sanders go from the 8th seed to the front row here tonight? He's looking really good right now, Stu, as he takes the white flag in this pole shuffle.
Yeah, because he's already done a few laps around this place, it's advantage to him each time a different car comes out. So he's had a feel for the car starting on the outside and then on the inside, and he's got a fast hot rod right now. So Sanders continues on. Eliason will start at a position number 6. Seriously.
I thought that was pretty good. Come on, Stu.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. All right, is there any Aussies in the crowd going for Jock Goodyear? Or is mostly Americans going for Sanders? We're about to find out. This is for position number 6. Goodyear gets a good start on the outside, but Sanders rails in on the bottom side. Goodyear had to get on the brakes because Sanders come up the racetrack. This is what pole shuffles are all about. The Aussie hits the bottom. Sanders keeps the foot in the bucket on the outside. That's local track experience right there. He knew what he could do. Drift up the racetrack. Sanders, he's on the charge. Goodyear, he's showing how fast this kid is. Through 3 and 4, the Aussie comes back at him, but no. Sanders
is on the line, thanks to our friends at Carson Construction.
And Tony, I actually heard there was actually more money added to it. It's actually $1,100 now for the winner of this pole shootout, thanks to Carson Construction.
That would explain why the envelope has the number 1100 on it.
Yeah, that does make sense. Here we go. Cole Macedo, Justin Sanders, they've been battling all season long for this NARC championship, and now they'll battle for the 5th starting spot in tonight's main event. Sanders wheels up down the front straightaway on the hammer. Macedo slides at the racetrack. Sanders around the outside, threads the needle. Might have pulled the vinyl right off the side of the Tarleton 21 car. He'll come off at turn number 4, and he's got some gap between himself and Cole Macedo still.
Yeah, that he does. He's just got this car absolutely dialed in right now around King Speedway here in Hanford. He wants to start on pole. He knows about that $1,100 because I was down the front stretch earlier on and he heard about it. So Sanders moves another spot forward.
Nailing these starts here, Stu.
And the thing I've really noticed coming out of turn 4 when he's on the outside, that track is juiced up because those front wheels are off the ground, and that's what we like to see. Sprint car racing at its best.
He's dragging the tail tank on these starts. We'll see if Sanders can move up once again from that 8th starting position. Now it's Courtney picking up the front tires. He gets the advantage into turn number 1. Gets to the cushion. Can Sanders rebound? This is the first time he's been behind the 8 ball in the back straightaway on the first lap. Tyler Courtney pulling away, Stu, and it looks like he might have this one in the bag and in the run for Justin Sanders.
Yeah, Tyler Courtney is just a dead set class act, but Justin Sanders is as well, and he's just missed that mark on that start, and it's paid dividends. As you can see, he knows he's done, so he's going back to the pits. Put your hands together. Tyler Courtney gets the job done, and he's a step closer to maybe picking up $1,100. And the other
Feels the bottom, he got the win. Now we'll see what Sunshine does as he's got to try and go from the outside here to beat Rico. This is for the outside of the front row for tonight's main event. Whoever wins this will automatically be starting from either 1st or 2nd here tonight to the chalk stripe. We are green, and Rico gets a good jump into turn 1. Will slide himself into the first corner, gets to the cushion. Tyler Courtney, a run down the back straightaway, pulls up next to Rico, side by side into turn 3. Gonna try and slide up front of him, gets in front of him. They almost got together. Sunshine takes the lead, Stu.
Yeah, Rico's gonna come back at him on the bottom side, or through the middle, actually, Rico went that time. He was nowhere near the bottom. Sunshine's got a hell of a run down the back straight into 3. Rico closes in, dives to the bottom. He's not going to be able to do it. Tyler Courtney will start out of position 2. Rico's
does is he's got to try and go from the outside here to beat Rico. This is for the outside of the front row for tonight's main event. Whoever wins this will automatically be starting from either 1st or 2nd here tonight to the chalk stripe. We are green, and Rico gets a good jump into turn 1. Will slide himself into the first corner, gets to the cushion. Tyler Courtney, a run down the back straightaway, pulls up next to Rico, side by side into turn 3. Gonna try and slide up front of him, gets in front of him. They almost got together. Sunshine takes the lead, Stu.
Yeah, Rico's gonna come back at him on the bottom side, or through the middle, actually, Rico went that time. He was nowhere near the bottom. Sunshine's got a hell of a run down the back straight into 3. Rico closes in, dives to the bottom. He's not going to be able to do it. Tyler Courtney will start out of position 2. Rico's going to...
And in row 5, Parker Price Miller and Brenham Crouch. So a couple of high rollers here with some work to do. Wyndham, Thorson, Marks, PPM, Crouch. Coming to the green. Chris Wyndham gets the initial jump on the field. Tanner Thorson trying to make a big move to the inside. Gets into the 2nd spot by Landon Brooks. And now Brooks going to try and fight back to the outside, to the inside. They nearly got together right there. Tanner Thorson dropped the car off the edge of the bank on the backstretch and came down the track and nearly clobbered the side of the 45 of Landon Brooks. Tanner Thorson back into the 2nd spot. Here comes Tanner Carrick. He looks underneath of Landon Brooks. Those two have raced together for a long time, since they were about 5 and 6 years old. And now here they are battling for this third position. Might be some damage on the number 88 car of Tanner Thorson. We'll keep an eye on that through the rest of this B main. He did make contact with Landon Brooks there on lap number 2. Dominic Scelzi to the inside of Tanner Carrick. He's got 4th down the back straightaway into the last transfer spot. Dominic Scelzi in the last transfer spot. There's Chris Windham, brake rotor absolutely glowing orange on that NOS Energy Drink number 55 car. Sounds like Tanner Thorson may have some damage to the left rear of that car, but it looks like for now it's not causing any issues on that Messina Valley Transportation number 88 car. You can tell that the wheel might be bent as it's wobbling all over the place as he makes his way around the King Speedway. Cars mostly single file throughout the top 10. As Windham puts another one in the books. 7 laps to go here in the B main. Thorson in 2nd. 3rd spot's Brooks. 4th spot is Scelzi. Then it's Carrick, Ancona, Garcia, and Crouch. Scelzi underneath the Brooks. They get together. Brooks somehow is able to hang on to the race car and maintain a transfer spot. Dominic Scelzi threw a late slider at Landon Brooks right there. Brooks, I don't know how, did not spin out, but kept the car going the right direction and is still in a transfer spot. Close call there for Brooks. As you can tell, he's kind of wobbling that car all over the place down the straightaway. Might have some damage. Might have a flat left rear potentially. That car is bouncing all over the place here. Looks like it's good from our Flow Racing camera right now. Next time by, 4 laps to make it 3 laps to go for Chris Windham as Tanner Thorson's closing up on him a little bit here as there's traffic up the road. Tanner Thorson in his King Speedway debut here tonight, trying to close in on Chris Windham for the race lead. Traffic could become a factor as Tanner Carrick is not too far behind Landon Brooks down the back straightaway. He's got a run on him for the last transfer spot. Tanner Carrick to the inside. Here's a slider for the last transfer. Carrick's got it off of turn 4. Tanner Carrick to the last transfer. Landon Brooks now under fire from the number 88 car of Joey Ancona. Ancona cannot complete the slider. He slips back into the 6th position. White flag is out for Chris Windham as Thorson is right there with him into turn 2. Back straightaway for the final time here in the B main. Windham will go low, and he'll come off of turn number 4 with the win in the B main event. He'll go to the feature along with Thorson at the line. They got close. Chris Windham wins it just barely over Tanner Thorson. Dominic Scelzi in 3rd, and 4th goes to Tanner Carrick at 83T. So Chris Windham gets the win in the B main. He goes to the feature along with the 88 of Tanner Thorson, the 41 of Dominic Scelzi, and the 83T of Tanner Carrick. Behind him, it's Landon Brooks in 45, Joey Ancona in 88A. King Speedway, we got them racked, we got them stacked, and we've got the grandstands packed. Let's go racing off at turn number 4. We are green. Brad Sweet gets the first call into turn number 1. We're off and running in this feature event as Justin Sanders makes his way quickly around the outside of Rico Abreu. Now Abreu under fire as well from Cole Macedo. Macedo quickly into the 4th position, but Abreu crosses him up off of turn number 4, takes the spot right back away. Abreu now back to the inside of Justin Sanders, so Abreu went from 5th to 3rd, and wow, almost got to the side of Sanders right there. Sanders drives around and maintains the 3rd position. Cole Macedo right back underneath of Rico Abreu. It's a seesaw battle for 4th early on in this one, but Abreu's got the spot across the start-finish line. 2 in and 33 to go for Brad Sweet. A little bit of a rework right before this feature got underway, so it's going to take a minute for that to burn in. Cole Macedo got slid by Corey Day that time by in 1 and 2. Macedo crossed him back up, maintains P5. Behind Macedo, it's Corey Day, James McFadden, Corey Eliason, Jock Goodyear, and the 13 of Justin Peck. Justin Peck tries to slide in front of Goodyear, cannot make the pass for that 9th position. Brad Sweet already on the same straightaway as the lap cars with 2 provisionals, 2 extra cars on the racetrack. That is going to make those. Oh, Tyler Courtney trips over the cushion in turn 2. Loses his wholesale position down the back straightaway. Courtney dropped the right rear over the edge of the banking. Rico in the inside of Justin Sanders. Sanders hangs on to the 3rd spot, but now Rico with a short slider to turn number 1. Right across the nose of Justin Sanders. Sanders somehow still able to cross him up and maintain 3rd. Brad Sweet now making his way into traffic to the outside of Brett Marks and on the back bumper of Caden Steele. Sweet gonna have to make his way quickly through traffic as Cole Macedo sees an opening right to the inside of Rico Abreu. That's the race for 4th. Macedo can't make the passes. Abreu's too strong around the outside. Now Macedo's going to get passed on the inside by Corey Day. Big turn down the hill right there from Corey Day. He made it work into the 5th position. Brad Sweet making quick work of the lap cars. Next victim in front of him is Tanner Carrick down the back straightaway. Now Sunshine appears to be closing the gap as Justin Sanders gets passed by Rico Abreu, but Sanders and Rico are not playing very nice with each other right now. These short sliders are going to come to an end here soon if one of these guys makes some kind of mistake. Patience might be wearing thin between the 2X and the 24. Sweet still slicing his way through traffic, just made his way by the 121 of Caden Steele. Now Tyler Courtney's got to try and make his way by Tanner Carrick as well. Justin Sanders with a slider on Brett Marks to put him to the wayside, but Marks is able to cross him back up, and that's going to cost Sanders as Abreu gets back by him into turn 3. Rico Abreu back into the 3rd spot as Sanders got crossed up by a lap car. Now Abreu makes his way around the outside of Marks for that spot right there as Marks is a lap down. Brad Sweet underneath of Tanner Thorson, throws a slider on him and makes it by that Ron Gross Motorsports number 88 car. Oh, car way off the track into the wall hard. Justin Sanders got together with Corey Day, and he got sent off the track in turn 4 big time. And Sanders is climbing out of the race car and probably not going to be too happy. From what I saw right there, it did not look like a clear slider. And you can tell he's giving him the single finger salute there. Not happy with Corey Day. That could have been much worse. As you see that Courtney was still about the same speed as Brad Sweet, just kind of made that one mistake earlier on. And he was too far behind when they got to traffic. And Rico's going to get a great start around the outside and move into the 2nd spot. The bottom is not where you want to be on the restarts, it appears, as Rico makes his way up to 2nd. Cole Macedo to 3rd. We got cars upside down in turn 2. I am not sure who that is. Might be the 13 of Justin Peck. Justin Peck getting together with what looked to be the 0 car of Bud Kading. They were running in 9th and 10th at the time. And you can see there is some rear end damage, it looks like, on the Williams Motorsports 0 car. And that brand new liquid. We'll see if he can hang on for the remaining 25 laps of this race. Coming back to the green flag. Single file restart. Cannot pass before that orange cone on the front stretch. We're back underway. Brad Sweet elects to go to the top 2nd spot, but Abreu letting them know that he's right behind him. Here comes James McFadden. We talked about him all night long. 6 starts here at the King Speedway, an average finish of 4.0. He runs in the 6th position right now. McFadden challenged down low by the Durst Dice Roll driver, Corey Eliason. Eliason cannot make the pass, slots back into the 7th position. Brad Sweet this time by 22 laps to go. He's pulling away slightly from Tyler Courtney back into turn number 1, but Sweet is already on the same straightaway as the 49, or as the back of the field. Caution is out. We've got one around in turn 4. That appears to be, and you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. That is 3 yellows in a row for drivers named Justin. Justin Cox is around in turn number 4. Justin Sanders got hit by Corey Day, flew off the racetrack. Justin Peck got Speedway. 23 laps to go for Brad Sweet, looking to end the drought. Green flag back in the air. Good restart for Sweet, gets away from Courtney, and Rico a little bit tripped up on the cushion right there as Corey Day tried to turn it down the hill, but not enough grip through the middle of the racetrack, and he might open up the inside line for Cole Macedo. Macedo throws a slider on Corey Day, takes over the 4th position. Day tries to cross him back up. They go side by side in turn number 1. Corey Day going to return serve into turns 3 and 4. He's got the turns 1 and 2, I should say. Corey Day back into the 4th position. Cole Macedo in 5th, James McFadden 6th, Corey Eliason 7th, Zeb Wise in 8th, PJ Neto 9th, and Jock Goodyear in 10th. Most cars around the outside of the racetrack here at King Speedway. What will Brad Sweet do when he gets to the tail end of the field? Because they are all in his racing line, and they are racing hard for position. Jock Goodyear slider behind these guys on the 88N car of DJ Neto. They are racing for the 9th spot. Give it to Neto across the line. Goodyear, oh, got into him. Jock Goodyear got into the side of DJ Neto. He's going to spin around in turn 2. Caution comes out for the Neto Ag number 88N car. as he was racing hard with the 57W of Jock Goodyear. Goodyear threw a slider on him, and they clipped the left rear tire of DJ Neto and sent him off the track. With high limit. Green lights come back on, and Sweet just squirts away from Tyler Courtney down into turn number 1. Rico got into him. Rico got into the side of Tyler Courtney. Somehow Courtney keeps on going, but Corey Day is going to take advantage. He gets by Rico. He gets by Sunshine. Corey Day is up into the second spot now. Oh boy, this could get good now. Corey Day, the 4-time NARC King of the West winner here at the King Speedway, looking to track down Brad Sweet for the race lead. These two battled hard last year for this win at the King Speedway. It was Brad Sweet coming out on top last year. Next time by, 15 laps to go and plenty of time for Corey Day to catch up to the 49 car Brad Sweet. This time by, 10 to go, and traffic is still all over the racetrack up ahead of your race leader. Brad Sweet off of turn number 2. You can visually see the difference. The 14 car closing in. Last time by, Corey Day a half second faster than Brad Sweet. Sweet now to the back of the field, going to the outside of Tanner Carrick. Next car as well as the 19 of Brent Marks. Corey Day within 5 car lengths down the back straightaway. Brad Sweet tight on the cushion in turn 3, trying to size up, trying to figure out how to get by these slower cars up the road. Brent Marks tied on the cushion right in front of your race leader. Here comes Sunshine. Here comes Rico. All of a sudden, the top 4 are all right next to each other. Brad Sweet slides in front of Brent Marks. Corey Day tries to roll the bottom. Here comes Sunshine on the outside. He takes second across the line. Tyler Courtney now to the second spot, right on the back bumper of Brad Sweet. Corey Day going to try and fight back to the inside, cannot make the pass. Now Brad Sweet with maybe a lap or 2 to calm things down and gather himself back in. As I say that, he's already on the back bumper of Caden Steele. And the 3 cars behind him are nose to tail. Sweet goes through the middle. Here comes Sunshine to the back bumper. Race for the lead down the back straightaway. Tyler Courtney takes it away from Brad Sweet down the back stretch. Tyler Courtney to the top spot. This time by 10 laps to go for Tyler Courtney. Oh, we got one around in turn 4. It's Corey Day. And Jock Goodyear. Tyler Courtney trying to beat Brad Sweet on home turf here as we go green. Courtney goes to the top in turn 1. Might still be time to get to traffic. If that is the case, we could see some late race shenanigans here at the King Speedway. Sweet runs in second. Third is Abreu. Fourth is Cole Macedo. Fifth is James McFadden. Casey Kane into the top 10 now. Kane getting by Jamie Veal. Move Casey Kane up to the 8th position. Good run right now for Casey Kane, as now he's working on Zeb Wise down the back straightaway. Casey Kane looking for 7th into turn 3. Zeb Wise shuts the door. Now Kane's going to be challenged on the outside. Jamie Veal makes the pass on him. The 17 AU car's now up to 8th. Jamie Veal up to 8th. Casey Kane back to 9th. Dominic Scelzi up to 10th after starting 23rd on the field. He's looking for that Red Rose Transportation Hard Charger Award tonight. Brad Sweet closing back in slightly on Tyler Courtney. Last time by, Sweet was 0.3 faster. And there is traffic up the road with 6 laps to go. This race is far from over at the Peter Murphy Classic. Courtney now to the outside of Brent Marks to try and put him by the wayside. He will do so. Next victim in his sights is the 83T of Tanner Carrick. Got to make quick work of these guys. Carrick is running right in the racing groove of Tyler Courtney. He's going to have to try and throw a slider on him to get by him, and he will do so into turn 1. Might allow the 49 car Brad Sweet to get some momentum built up. Down the back straightaway, Courtney gets away from the 83T with good speed. More cars up the road, though. Going to be tougher to slide in front of one of these guys. They're all nose to tail as they work back into turn 1. 4 laps to go, and Sweet cannot get by Tanner Carrick. Now there's 2 cars between your race leader and the 2nd place car. Courtney, Sweet, Abreu, Macedo, and McFadden still your top 10. Or top 5, excuse me. Next time by, 2 laps to go. As you can see, Brad Sweet still not getting by Tanner Carrick. Rico goes to the 2nd spot. Rico Abreu's up to 2nd as Sweet could not complete the slider on Tanner Carrick. Tyler Courtney, 2 laps to go. Courtney on the back bumper of Tanner Thorson. Abreu's charging hard, but he's going to lose some ground off the second corner. Coming to the white flag this time by Tyler Courtney, a little bit tight right there off of turn 4. Here's the white flag, 1 to go. Tyler Courtney off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Through 3 and off of 4, he is going to beat the California boys on their home turf. Sunshine gets the win at the Peter Murphy Classic. Rico Abreu second, Brad Sweet third, fourth goes to Cole Macedo, and fifth goes to James McFadden. Tyler Courtney gets the win here tonight for the Peter Murphy Classic. $20,000 heading his way. Rico Abreu finishes in second. Brad Sweet in third. Cole Macedo ends up in fourth. A great 2 nights for him. Fifth goes to James McFadden. Sixth to Corey Eliason. Seventh to Zeb Wise. Eighth to Jamie Veal. Ninth to Dominic Scelzi. And 10th goes to Casey